Charlie, belly truck tangerine, jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline, Hey, back on Monday, Ferrari Friday, this is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, he can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back, with me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always round, don't never come to the podium, Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again, why you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it, everything you want, I'm like a walking, I don't understand what this hate is about, how you go, your man, with my name in your mouth, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday, this is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways. Out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm two on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so boy, no, I'm a gangster. And you a boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? Monday now! What's up? Now, what ain't it? Right now, I got you. Right now, not need a Uber. Right now, right now, need crew love. Right now, go into right now. Now, what ain't it? Right now,
Down! 188! What's up?
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary, born legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flames in the cemetery. Trap music originated, fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters, they skywalk. Cadillac was an all-go hammer. Long as I remember how to I can give a about a dog. Used to get the thing from the chest, so I counted setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say, do tell me break bread, and make that a bit, and hate that, and then get that, make that middle. You vote for Trump, see me outside when you know what's up. I ain't really no peace talk, gay, but you know what's up. Like a Black Panther week to the cheek. When I go to put a big great, I'm Mike Brown, get down with a homie in a half a. Let me outside your plan. Listen, boy, you're trying with the credit man. I'm trying with a. What you say? What they told you? From nothing, man. Grand hustle over here. And hit the king like an 18. Full of in and out of every lane. I've been a part of that in crowd. Got a problem with me? I said, yeah, I got the same friend that
I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better. Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You're finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody want to hear about it. You got a problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I promise that the day go by. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If it one day for one, I ain't gonna lie. Never put 6 wheels on the railroad. I ain't finna play no game that with you, no so. You think it's the top till I move over. On the day too far, get it too over. Now going us and down. We dodging that second round. We chase some meals so we can put it down. We run out of time. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all in what happened now. Metal throne, concrete crowd. Corner line, what academy? He still remember me when they were sick of me. Better watch it while I get around here. You got the wrong idea. Get left out there. I kept trap music all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it. If you ask to get locked up and get back to it. Yeah. Trap music all black. Get locked up and get back to it. Yeah.
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You're finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more. Big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every week. You know what? Today you got better. Let's keep it up.
Get down! Get down! 180!
up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Monday down. Down. 180. 280. Down. 280. What's up? Monday down.
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every week. You know what? Today you got better. Let's keep it up.
Here we go. Monday down. What's up? Down. 180. That's up. Down. 185. What's up?
All right, you've got one shot left. We are going for gold.
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every week. You know what? Today you got better. Let's keep it up.
Down. 180. Monday down. 280. What's it? Hot. Monday down. What's it? Hot. Monday down. 180. What's it? Hot. Monday down. What's it? Hot. Down. 180. What's it? Hot. Get set. 180. What's it? Hot. Get set. 280. That's up. Down. 180. What's it? Hot. Get down. Get down. 280. What's it? Hot.
Good. And you know what really gets me excited? The fact that I know we can get better. You guys have so much room to improve still.
Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in them breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy, Getty. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Coming back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a bitch. my bag, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's the truest about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some breasts by the morning, I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gonna be mad.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The Giants and Bucs, these two teams, they met in Week 4 last year in Tampa Bay, and it was Nick Folk with a game-winning field goal, 25-23, and at the time, that sent New York to 0-4.
And how about the last two to get them to 0-4? Lost on a 61-yard field goal at the buzzer by Philadelphia kicker Jake Elliott, and then they lose this one to Nick Folk in Tampa.
Yeah, and then, of course, everyone knew the rest of the story, a season that Giant fans would like to forget. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down. It's done. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said,
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Now he's flipped. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll set up to throw. And he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Detroit!
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Right back to him on 1st down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get it.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get, and then the players and the coaching.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 88 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Set now to kick, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Jones on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to... Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 45 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left side. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll let it go deep for... This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff looking right. Shifts by him, finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And a gain there of 11 yards. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will shave one more off this lead. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He finds an opening past the 40. Cruz on the crossing route. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Giants. 47 yards. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The Giants going for 2. This is an area they struggled with last year. They were just 1 for 5 in 2017. And this is going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? We'll see what they decide to do.
toss. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up a throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll drop to throw. And This is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A very solid gain of 27.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, as his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. New York set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Room to run inside the 40. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll drop the throw, escaping the pressure right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it flop. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 22. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Here we go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now out come the Giants. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now let's go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.